Alright guys, what's up? It's Mudjug Monday. Got the trucks, bucks, and zero fucks outlaw stealth today. And I already do have a dip in, I just put it in. I got some Grizzly Dark Select long cut. Put the red Mudjug can lid on here. So I wanted to do a little video on this because this is the dip that I prefer over a straight, and I think that's because it's dark fried or whatever. I don't know what that really does to it, but I do taste a very significant difference. So I just wanted to do a little bit of video on my input on the Dark Select, and I kind of also want to see what you guys think, and what you guys think about straight or anything else. I think this gives off like a very natural kind of taste, which is what I like, because I do dip a lot of natural. I also got this Red Seal natural long cut yesterday. I do like this stuff. I don't like the fine cut so much. It's definitely got a different taste. It's not as good as Copenhagen snuff, that's for sure. I never noticed this until now, but they got a little RS on their can lid. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these bad boys are always 25% more tobacco. I paid I paid $3.02 for this can in Winchester, Virginia, at the Sheets, and I paid $7.77 for 2 cans of this, so that puts these at about $3.80 something, $3.88 after tax, and that's still very worth it. It's a lot better than paying like $5.04 for the snuff and the long cut. But I did buy both these in Virginia. I am definitely going to be picking up my snuff either at 7-Eleven or Sheets a lot more often in Virginia. I'm not getting it around here that often anymore because it is ridiculous. But I do feel for you guys out there that pay all that extra money for dip, and I seen somebody on another page the other day post there's $100 for a couple rolls and some extra cans, and 4 or 5 separate extra cans or something. I don't know if any of y'all seen that. That's on these other pages, but I mean, I definitely feel like I could have got twice as much as that with almost $100. That is kind of crazy. I see some people say it $5, $6, $7 a can, which I mean, I do pay $5 a can if I get the Copenhagen, but $7, $8 a can, that's ridiculous, man. That's what cigarette prices are, and cigarettes are expensive and ridiculous, and it's probably just gonna keep going up, and with all this other stuff going on with the vapes and the juices and these counterfeit THC cartridges, and there's a whole debacle on the whole thing, and people are throwing it out of proportion, and taking away from a lot of us other guys that do vape and stuff. I don't vape very often, but if I did, I'd like to try that new outlaw juice. I mean, I know it's not new, but I've never tried it. It'd be new to me. I've tried all the outlaw dip. I have not had any for quite a while, actually, though. I see that they're supposed to be doing that 100% free tobacco free, which that would be interesting. Sure, it'll be a little bit better for people, and then the nicotine and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know how the content goes as far as tough guy and things like that, but I mean, if it's just like it was before, then I'll still buy it. I'll still dip it, because there ain't nothing like that wild watermelon, let me tell you. Wild watermelon and that southern sweet tea is pretty good. I like all the flavors, to be honest, and I like most of Tough Guy's flavors. I actually like all their flavors. I think I've had them all besides the wintergreen. I wouldn't mind getting them all again. I wouldn't mind trying them all, having them all. If I could afford it, I'd buy 6-packs of each one, and I'd just sell single cans to people, because I know people would buy like crazy. People that can't afford it, I'd sell it for cheaper. I mean, shit, it's $20-some for a 6-pack, I guess, $25, and then plus shipping. I know it's like $12 at least for. I think I paid $8, $9, $10 for one can off of there with shipping and everything. Probably more than that. And some people can't afford that, man. That's crazy. But if I could, I'd totally buy it and sell it to my buddies. Cut the price. I mean, just me and my buddies, Shouldn't hurt nothing. Nah, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd never be able to afford it. But that's a good dip, though. But back to the Grizzly. Screw all this other shit. I'm just rambling on. Back to the good stuff. It says slow cured to perfection on the side. It says dark fried tobacco, dark select on it. But I just can't put my hand on what exactly is, very different about it. I think it's just not as overpowering. It doesn't have that, hardcore straight taste to it. And that's what I like about it. And that's what I like about naturals and the originals, is they don't have that, overpowering wintergreen taste, of course, because they're not wintergreen. But, to me, wintergreen and all that other stuff, it just has too much of an overpowering taste. And I'd rather taste something that's natural. I'd rather taste something that has an original flavor. I don't want, because some people, I guess, they dip for the burn, and I've then gotten to the point where it's just it literally is basically like a hobby, just like collecting the mud jugs. Like, dip has just become like a thing. You kind of put a pinch in without thinking. You either just put one in without thinking, or you put one in because you need it because of the nicotine. But like with me, I don't know. It's just sometimes it's a back-to-back thing. Sometimes it's an all-day thing. Like, I've gone through about a quarter of this can of Red Seal. I just got that yesterday, and this Grizzly Dark Select is about half gone, and I actually had another can of it yesterday, and I finished that can in a day. So I've been going through about a can and a half, 2 cans a day almost sometimes, just because it's just like it's just a habit. It's just there. And the only time I really ever feel a little bit of a burn, I guess, is if I don't put a dip in, and I kind of do bite on the inside of my lip a little bit, and that's why I got that wintergreen for a little bit, because I wasn't biting on my lip. I was dipping pretty regularly with the stuff I liked, and the next thing you know, I just didn't have that taste I was looking for. So I just got some wintergreen, and after I had 3 or 4 cans of smooth wintergreen and I had that can of wintergreen chill, I decided it was time to go back to what I like, go back to what I want, and I've been kind of satisfied ever since. I'll probably still pick up a can of wintergreen every now and then, smooth wintergreen. Soon, in a few days, I'm going to try and do a video, a little Halloween video, because I've mentioned it in my other videos. Around Halloween time, I get a can of Skull Peach. I was thinking about either doing a full can or just putting in a big old dip and just bullshitting. Maybe put on my skull mask. I got this full face skull mask. Kind of looks like this ring here. It's pretty cool, like the jaw of the ring. That's about all it is, and the rest is my face. And yeah, And then Christmas time, I'll probably have a video on Skull Extra Rich Blend if it's still out there. I might have to look and see if I can find it, make sure it's still there, because that's something I get around Christmas time. Do a little Skull Extra Rich Blend. Do a full can or a big pinch of that. Those are some big videos I was thinking about. A little something for the holidays. Whatever. Be pretty cool to do. And, maybe there'll be some cool ass mud jugs around those times. And I'll have a couple new mud jugs to show off. I've showed off a lot of my favorite mud jugs, I feel like, in my videos and my pictures. I do have a lot. I definitely have not gone through all of them in my videos, but I have used a lot of the ones I do like. I wish there was a Punisher mud jug. That'd be really awesome. That'd be a mud jug I'd buy in a heartbeat. I'd definitely get a Punisher. And if there was if I could find another Realtree mud jug, I really would like to get one of them. Look on eBay a lot to see if anybody's selling any ones. Usually you can find some pretty good ones on there. I haven't looked in a while. Might have to go check that out and see what's on there now. But I'm going to give this little Dark Select a little overview, I guess, my point of view on it. This is just my opinion. I would prefer this over a straight any day. If this was the last thing to dip on Earth, I would totally stick with it. If straight was the last thing on Earth, I mean, I guess I'm going to be building a time machine or something and going back in time and find a dip somewhere else, or move to another country that's still got a dip or something. I don't know. Earth, the country, whatever happens, who cares? Because this is really good. It's really good. It's a really good pinchability. It stays in your lip really well. I haven't had any floaters or anything like that. And the flavor lasts a long time. I feel like it really don't run out of flavor. I've kept in a nice good sized pinch of Grizzly Dark for a couple hours sitting at work, and I mean, I had some crazy gator lip going on, but I didn't have it in the front. I stuck it over to the side because it was a pretty fat pinch, and I just let it chill there for a little while, and it had pretty decent flavor up until the last 30 minutes or so, and I just didn't even think about it at that point, and then I finally took it out, and probably not even 20 minutes later, I just ended up putting another dip in, and that one lasted quite a while. I would recommend this for anybody. It's in the cut, I feel like the cut is not as long cut as most Grizzly, and maybe that's also what I like about it, is because I do like fine cut, and I would prefer to have more of a mid cut in all the dip, because I feel like, the fine cut and the shorter cuts definitely give off a lot more flavor. Some of them, just the flavor is just not good. This Red Seal isn't as long cut, I think, as most either, and that's probably why I like it, even though it is, these both are supposed to be long cut. But I even think that Copenhagen Original, the gold lid, that long cut, I feel like is a mid cut, or not as long cut as most other dips, and I feel like Stoker's is kind of a good example, but they say on their fine cut and their longer cut dips that each of them are what makes the great lasting long flavor or whatever. Which, I mean, their fine cut is pretty fine cut, but also I feel like it's kind of like, I feel like it's thick. You know what I mean? Like, it's dense. And their long cut is just really, really long cut. It's so stringy, and maybe that's probably why they have such good flavor. And I still have like 3, maybe 2 cans of that Stoker's Fine Cut Natural in that tub, still chilling. It's still actually pretty decent. I've only had to put a little bit of water in it to give it a little bit of moisture, but it has not dried up at all. There has been a little, dryness around the top of the tub, with little flakes and stuff like that. But other than that, it's still stayed pretty moist, and it's still got a good flavor to it. So I give it to Stoker's for their longevity on their dip, and I do give it to them for their flavor. But I will always think that Grizzly, Copenhagen, and especially really anything U.S. smokeless tobacco, I feel like has always been pretty good products, and I definitely do feel that way about Red Seal. Seen a lot of people actually dip Red Seal a lot more than I thought, and I actually know a couple of my buddies that used to dip Red Seal, or still do at least dip Red Seal on the daily. Some of them are straight dippers, and some of them are fine cut wintergreen, and some are long cut wintergreen. But I'm definitely going to pick up Red Seal a lot more often, especially since it's only $3 a can. I'm going to check out a roll, see how much a roll is, maybe pick up a roll of it, because I go through a lot at work, and I usually work long, really boring hours, so it comes in handy to have a decent amount of dip just in case. Alright guys, this video is about 15 minutes long or so. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I feel like I've rambled on enough and bullshitted. Once again, good old Mudjug Monday. Dipping on that Grizzly Dark Select. And, you know, spitting in the old Outlaw Stealth Trucks, Bucks, and Zero Fucks. Always remember to put a good dip in.